look, subs, I've recorded this video a bunch of times. I've messed up a bunch of times. I'm going to give you guys my setups, and throughout the weeks, as more popular blitzes and more popular defenses and coverages come out, I'm just going to go ahead and update the book. But as of right now, I'm just going to give you guys all my setups and how to block and carve up DB Fire 2. So, number one, how to beat DB Fire 2. If someone's just normally going ahead and setting DB Fire 2 and they're not running the glitch or any type of anything, I would say just put a streak on X. And the reason being is because they're going to be so much open. RB is going to get right under that cloud flat when they run DB Fire, and I like to spam that every single time until a user is going to go to that side of the field. Now, if they're sending 5, then even if a user goes and watches RB, I'm still looking for that right side of the field, seeing if I can wait for A to develop. In worst case scenario, I'm looking for B deep because he's going to split the seams if I have the time. Now, if he's sending 6, which also means he's sending the left linebacker in the yellow, and he goes ahead and jumps RB, the first thing I'm doing is going ahead and throwing this quick little X route, trying to see if I can get some blocks to develop. Now, if he stays in the middle of the field and goes ahead and just tries to see if he's going to lurk that X route, I'm still looking for RB, just trying to see if I can go ahead and get some yards, maybe juke or spin. And right after I catch it, I LT, RT, and B, so I can go ahead and just get a quick spin with like Lamar Miller or whoever you have, and see if you guys can go ahead and juke that one cloud cornerback, because you know from there your blocks are going to be perfect. Now, if people are sending DB Fire, and let's just say they're man up X and they're watching RB, again, I like to step in the pocket right here, and I like to look for B. B is going to be a really big killer when it comes to running DB Fire, because a lot of people don't deep blue the middle linebacker because that just makes the coverage even worse. So I'm really looking for RB and then B. In worst case scenario, I'm looking for A, and that's only if the user runs to the right side of the field. You know what I mean? Also, you know, if you have that much time in the pocket, you really can look to Playmaker X, but I usually don't have that much time in the pocket. Usually I'm just looking to go ahead and dump it off to either RB, or I'm looking for B in the seams. So, that's just my favorite setup out of double spot. Now, easily symmetrical for this next setup, it's a post, basically just a post concept with a drag and a Playmaker hitch. So all you're going to do is going to motion over one of the posts. You can either motion over A or Y. That's why I'm saying it's symmetrical. You go ahead and drag whatever route that isn't the hitch, and bam, it's simple. You're looking to hit Y, and then you can Playmaker X, but you're really looking for A. And what I do when I run this is I'm staring down A the whole entire time. Now, if someone's user peels off of A, then when I'm Playmaker in X, then I'm looking to hit A. And if someone's not, then I'm going to go ahead and just hit X for the first couple of, you know, I'm going to hit him as soon as he gets open. If he doesn't get open, I just like to go ahead and throw it away. I don't like to run this setup with a running back going out on the flat because it just doesn't make any sense. You're just going to be running a running back into a probably, you know, a cloud flat or a hard flat, and then running a drag on that same side of the field. You might as well just get more pocket presence and more protection if you're going to have Devontae Freeman. Now, like I said, it's symmetrical, so back on the other side, all you have to do is streak X this time, motion over Y, and then you're going to put A on a drag here. And you're going to block it, so you have both sides. You can go ahead, again, Playmaker B, or usually it's going to Playmaker B, and then, of course, you're looking for either Y or B, depending on the user. Now, I would say have fast guys there, like Randy Moss or Tyreek Hill, because you know people are going to try to man that up at some point, and most corners in the game cannot check them, so they're still going to roast them anyway. The next setup that I like to run out of double spot is, you know, only when people are running the DB Fire, like the contain blitz, and the reason being is because this blocks it. Now, if you guys are wondering, how do you block the contain glitch, Joel? Especially out of tight flex, because I'm having a lot of trouble with it. So all you're gonna do is when you see someone running the contain glitch, you're just gonna motion one of your inside receivers, either left or right. It doesn't really matter, whatever side they're screaming on, and you're gonna block your running back. I don't slide it at all. It doesn't matter to slide it. And every single time when I was playing Joe Rice earlier, I was blocking. It was super simple. He was blocking 5, 6. He's sending 5 or 6. It didn't really matter. Now, a couple of subs that I like out of this include, I like to put, again, the normal concept, like I told you guys. You can also, and I hate that I'm going to reset the play, so I'm not going to mess with any of these stock routes anymore. Actually, that's a lie. But I go ahead and put A on a flat, X on a streak, just like this. You're going to have, you know, you like the ball, you're looking for A, see if he's blitzing the flat, looking for Y, and you're going to be able to Playmaker B. That's just an easy little check down play right there. It's symmetrical on both sides. Another thing that I like to do is when I motion this, all I'm going to do is put X on a streak, and I'm going to put B on an in route right here. You still have that flood concept on the left side of the field. You have a post coming across that right side of the field, so that you're going to make sure that that user can't go to the flood, and you have the underneath in just in case. Let me see, what else do I run out of this? Sometimes what I like to do is when I motion this guy, and let's just say they're not blitzing on the right side of the field, I do like to sneak in this setup. And A on the corner route is going to make sure that that deep blue is not going to mess with this RB streak, and then Y is going to make the user pick between RB and Y. So you throw it to the streak if he's not covering, and if you throw it to the post if he gets a little bit too greedy and tries to jump RB. Now, when people are blitzing out of DB fire, I like to just run a lot of different hitches and drags and stuff like that, and flood the middle of the field just because usually they're going to be sending 5 with one vert hook, or sometimes they're going to be sending 6 with only their user. So their user really can't stop double drags or like a streak and a hitch and a drag. So there's no point of not flooding the middle of the field, especially when they're running DB fire. I feel like it's really easy to shred once you go ahead and just block the blitz. So like I said, anyone that wants to go ahead, you motion over your receiver on whatever side. You motion from the side that you were screaming to the other side. It means that that slot corner is going to bump out to the outside. It's going to change its angle, and you're going to be able to block it almost every single time. Now, my setups are the PA push shot that I like the most, and I like the stock version the most. I usually hike it and then halfway through just cancel my play action by holding R2. And X is a cover 2 beater, Y is a cover 3 or 4 beater, and B gets open versus almost anything. So that's another reason why I like that play so much. Another version I like to run is when someone's running a cover 3 with a smart route X, which is triangle, or no, Y, X, R1, and then you're going to put Y on a streak. You're going to put B on a smart route out route, and you're going to put A on a curl. It's just a cover 3 beater. You're going to roll out a little bit to the right, playmaker the curl. If they're using it, they're going to have to choose again. So I mean, that's another setup that I like to run. Another setup that I like to run versus DB fire once in a while is inside high low. I like to put this guy on a hitch and this guy on a zig. Now I like someone tall at A, just because I mean, like, sometimes it's going to be your tight end depending on if you're going to run 3 receivers or 4 receivers. But I like to highball this. I like to look for the zig first. Then you can lowball this hitch. You can highball that in route. In worst case scenario, if a user's sitting super low on a route, that you can go ahead and hit the inside high low. Now another cover 2 and man beater I like to run is cross. There's 2 different setups for cross that I like to run. I like to run a stock when they're running man coverage, just because for some reason those routes on the field like that Y and A are unbumpable. But let's just say someone's running man coverage pretty well and they're stopping those crossing routes. All you're going to do is put Y on a streak, B on a fade, motion out B. If you have someone fast in the slot for Y, all he's going to do is split the seams. It's going to be an easy touchdown. Now, when someone's running a cover 2, you don't want to motion out that B, but you kind of want to have the same exact setup, except for you're going to put this guy on a hitch right here. Someone runs a cover 2, you're going to wait. You're going to be able to pass lead that towards the left and go ahead and just hopefully your player reacts instead of headbutting the ball. Now, let me see. I like to run the read option a lot, and my favorite version of it versus DB fire is when you motion Coleman and you hike him right around the left tackle. As you see, he bounces up, and in a real game, he's going to loop towards the outside to go watch that cover 2 that's on the left side of the field, that last cloud flat, and then from there, it's just easy bounce out. So you can see he does it every single time, and when he does, it just wraps to that left flat and hits him before he's even able to touch the running back. So it's basically a one-on-one with you and the outside safety, as long as everyone else blocks. I like to run the draw. I mean, I don't like to run it a lot, but I do run it once in a while. Oh, 2 red zone plays that I like to run. And I like to run this first red zone play against any coverage except for man coverage. So what you're going to do, double spot. And I don't have it. Do I? Let me change it. But double spot, you're going to put Y and A on curls. That's it. And if they're running man, when you run this, you're going to go ahead and throw it to RB in the flat anyway, because he's going to beat that man. But if he's not, then you're just going to put Y, A on curls, eyeball one of them. And if they are running man and they lock up that table route, flat. I like to highball one of these or lowball one of these, depending on where the user is. So yeah, Other things I like to run versus DB Fire. I do like to run a zig on the left side of the field, just because it's just good, you know. It gets underneath the clouds, so you can go ahead and throw this for a couple of yards, maybe hit him with a spin move. And if someone runs hard fly on that left side of the field, then the zig is going to drag it immediately, and you're going to be able to throw that corner out. Let me think if there's anything else. I mean, I really don't think there's anything else besides that. I'm gonna drop a couple of clips at the end of this as well to show you guys how I blocked it versus Joe Rice and some of the things that were open. But besides that, if you guys have any defenses that are gonna, give you trouble while you run this, please go ahead and tell me. I'm gonna automatically update the sub tips. I'm also gonna try to probably drop some dollar stuff. And yes, I am sorry for it being so short. I know it's usually not. I know my videos are usually much longer, way more detailed, but it's the beginning of the year, so I don't have a lot to work with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for subbing, of course. Check out my YouTube because I'll be dropping stuff on there as well, so you guys can get your game up. And I've already dropped the blitz, the instant sack glitch, or like the DB Fire blitz. That's so good. So hopefully you guys enjoy, man, and hopefully it was worth your money. Thank you again for the subs, the support. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, the Chico, what up, my nigga?